menjadi tempat belajar akan arti indahnya kebinekaan di tengah-tengah kebersamaan. Wujudkan mimpimu, meraih pengalaman global di salah satu kampus swasta terbaik saat elit di wilayah Sebelang Sultan Batara. Ada beragam program studi, menjadi tempat eksplorasi ilmu pengetahuan melalui 8 pilihan fakultas, yaitu Fakultas Kedokteran, Fakultas Teknik, Fakultas Ilmu Pendidikan dan Sastra, Fakultas Ekonomi dan Bisnis, Fakultas Hukum, Fakultas Ilmu Sosial dan Ilmu Politik, Fakultas Pertanian, Fakultas Psikologi. Dengan 31 program studi yang ditawarkan dalam program sarjana, 7 program studi dalam program magister, dan tersedia program doktoral. Menjadi rumah dalam menjemput impian, bebas menikmati petualangan kolaborasi dengan para dosen profesional dalam berbagai bidang. Memberikan kurikulum inovatif dan membangun karakter dalam program life skill serta memperluas wawasan melalui berbagai program kemitraan yang tersebar dalam skala nasional maupun global. Seraya mempersiapkan para generasi untuk dapat mengambil tempat sebagai pemimpin masa depan dan inovatif dan berjiwa entrepreneurship bertanggung jawab. Wujudkan mimpimu, menempuh pendidikan tinggi di kampus swasta terbaik ke-82 dari 3.975 perguruan tinggi di Indonesia. Kuliah secara hybrid, di luar maupun dalam jaringan, semuanya tak terbatas ruang, tak terhalang.
Indonesia, as a nation with 260 million inhabitants, and 1,340 ethnic groups provides a great opportunity in producing good human resources for human welfare. Makassar is the province of South Sulawesi, which is well known as the fifth largest city, also becoming the area of Indonesian development in economic sector. Makassar, as a center of South Sulawesi province, consists of different races and tribes, become an open and tolerant city of various cultures. Bosowa Corporation, as one of the leading companies in East Indonesia, comes forward to fulfill industrial needs since 1973 in automotive, mining, energy, financial, property, media, transportation, logistics, health, and education. Bosowa Company, since 2013, initiatively contribute to the development of human resources in East Indonesia, in which this initiative came to realization with the establishment of Bosowa Education. Bosowa University was established in 1986 under Andi Sose Foundation, officially transferred to Bosowa Education Management, with total 12,000 active students and 26,000 alumni. Among 100 top universities in Indonesia, Bosowa University provides opportunity for students to continue their higher education in faculties, economic, social, and politics, agriculture, engineering, letters, law, teacher and education department, psychology and medical. 26 undergraduate programs. Postgraduate programs, and one doctoral program. Bosowa University is only focused on monologue lectures in the empowerment of practical skills, as well as students' knowledge improvement in society, and to contribute to economic development, implementing information-based technology and education system.
Ladies and gentlemen, the opening ceremony is going to start in 5 minutes.
To result skillful human
Please be
resource for
seated.
industries.
Hadirin sekalian, dipersilahkan menempati tempat yang telah disediakan, karena acara akan segera dimulai. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
My name is Engelbert Aldo Saputra, as Master of Ceremony of today's conference.
Dan saya Nur Asisa Dahlan.
Good afternoon and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're delighted to welcome you to the Hybrid International Conference, the first multidiscipline Bosowa International Conference, MBIC, with the theme, Leveraging Sustainable Digital Economy, Entrepreneurship, and Future Energy System Role on Post-COVID-19 Era.
Selamat pagi dan selamat siang. Hadirin sekalian, kami dengan senang hati menyambut Anda di Hybrid International Conference, the first multidisciplines Bosowa International Conference, MBIC, dengan tema Leveraging Sustainable Digital Economy, Entrepreneurship, and Future Energy System Role on Post-COVID-19 Era.
It is an honor to introduce and welcome all the presenters and participants of Hybrid International Conference and the first MBIC.
Merupakan sebuah kehormatan untuk memperkenalkan dan menyambut semua presenter dan peserta di acara Hybrid International Conference and the first MBIC.
We would like to invite you to rise and sing Indonesian anthem, Indonesia Raya, and Bosowa University Mars.
Pertama-tama, mari kita menyanyikan lagu kebangsaan Indonesia Raya dan dilanjutkan dengan Mars Universitas Bosowa. Hadirin sekalian, dimohon berdiri.
Please be seated.
Hadirin dipersilahkan duduk kembali.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to listen to the report from the Chairman of Committee of Hybrid International Conference, the first multidisciplinary Bosowa International Conference. Please welcome Mem Mulyati SPD, M.Hum, MED.
Acara selanjutnya yaitu laporan Ketua Panitia Hybrid International Conference and the first MBIC oleh Ibu Mulyati SPD MPD MID. Kepada Ibu dipersilahkan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The Honorable Haji Andi Sudirman Sulaiman ST, Governor of South Sulawesi Province, Indonesia, or Representative Dr. Haji Andi Mapatoba MBA, DTAS, as First Staff of Governor of South Sulawesi Province. The Honorable Professor Dr. Insinyur Batara Surya ST MSI, as a Rector of Universitas Bosowa, Indonesia. The Honorable Dr. Insinyur Zulkifli Maulana MP, as a Vice Rector for Innovation, Community and Development. Dr. Seri Suryani SAMSI, Vice Rector for Resources and Support. Dr. Insinyur Agus Salim ST MSI, Vice Rector for Institutional Cooperation and Development. Professor Dr. Hairudin Saleh SAMSI, Vice Rector for Academic and Students Affairs. The Honorable Professor Muhammad Basri Japar MI, PhD, Head of the Doctoral English Education Study Program, Universitas Negeri Makassar, Indonesia. The Honorable keynote speaker and invited speakers who have been willing to take their time to participate in the first Multidisciplines Bosowa International Conference. The Honorable Director of Magister's Program and Deans of Bosowa University, the Honorable Directorate of Bosowa University, the distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
It is my honorable to welcome all honorable speakers and all distinguished participants today for the first Multidisciplines Bosowa International Conference on leveraging sustainable digital economy, entrepreneurship, and future energy system role in the post-COVID-19 era. This conference is the first conference on multidiscipline Bosowa International Conference, which are organized International Office Department, Bosowa University. The conference is held for 2 days, 15 and 16 March 2023. There will be 16 speakers from 7 different countries, share their best ideas and insight on the topic. The participants from on-site participants and online participants in some different institutions. Multidisciplines Bosowa International Conference will publish international journal and international proceeding. It is our strong belief that we need to elevate our knowledge, and I wish international conference will add to our insight and improve our ability to publish our writing in international scale scientific writing. Lastly, we would like to express our highest gratitude to Bosowa Foundation and all the entire academic community of Universitas Bosowa who have supported to conduct this international conference at Bosowa University. I would like to say once more on behalf of this international conference, welcome It is great to see so many of you here. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Mem Mulyati, SPD MHum MED.
Terima kasih Ibu Mulyati, SPD MPD MED.
We are now going to listen to the welcome speech delivered by the Rector of Bosowa University, represented by Dr. Seri Suryani SE, Vice Rector Innovation Community. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
Acara selanjutnya yaitu sambutan yang akan disampaikan oleh Rektor Universitas Bosowa, Bapak Profesor Dr. Insinyur Batara Surya STMSI, yang akan diwakili oleh Vice Rector for Research and Support oleh Ibu Dr. Seri Suryani SEMSI. Pada Ibu dipersilahkan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon. Its Excellencies, the Triumph of Bosowa, the Honorable Keynote Speaker, Dr. Haji Andi Mapatoba, MBA, DTS, Expert.
Associated Professor and the Quality Assurance
Officer for the PhD program at King Abdul Aziz, Saudi Arabia, Dr. Supaprapat Siri Pipat Hanakul from Bangkok, Thailand, Tonoburi University, Profesor Dr. Insinyur Hadijah MSI, Universitas Bosowa, Indonesia, Dr. Andi Arifan, SPD, MPD, from Faculty of Teacher Training and Education, University Muhammadiyah Sidenreng Rapang, Indonesia, and Dr. Mutmainnah, SPDI, MPD, Faculty of Teacher Training and Education, University Al-Asyariah, Mandar, Indonesia, Dr. Asdar, SPD, MPD, the Dean of the Faculty and Education Literature, University Bosowa, Indonesia, Dr. Jusdil Akrim, MM, the Head of the Environmental Energy Study Program, Universitas Bosowa, Indonesia, Dr. Mulyati, SPD, Home and MED, Head of International Officer Department of Universitas Bosowa, Indonesia, as well as the participants for around the world will come to the virtual conference organized by Universitas Bosowa. Let's aspect of the give thanks to the presence of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, good, the most gracious and merciful, because He has permission. Today we can gather here to join together in attending the first multidisciplinary Bosowa International Conference on leveraging sustainable digital economy, entrepreneurship, and future energy system role in the post-COVID-19 area. The conference is held for today, and there will be about 17 speakers from 7 different countries share their best idea and insight on the topic. University Bosowa Unibos Indonesia is a private institution of higher education from 1st October 2014. The name for the change from Universitas 45 Makassar, which was established on April 15, 1816 in Makassar. Organization organized by Bosowa Universitas for Andi Sose Foundation to the Aksa Mahmud Foundation. University Bosowa had 9 faculty, 29 underground programs, 7 magister program, and 1 doctoral program. Ladies and gentlemen, entrepreneurship or initiative to start and run a business is essential for economic growth and development. Entrepreneurial contribute for the economic because it comes not only for transformation entrepreneurial. Transformational entrepreneurs are often the first to take risks and take advantage of unfamiliar opportunity, although the chances of success are slim. Brave, visionary, creative entrepreneur thinks outside in the box to create new products, services, and industry. Entrepreneur as a deep communication in new technology into useful product and services for consumer. However, the different legs in global entrepreneurship monitor, one of the most widely asked source of entrepreneurship data, main indicator of country level entrepreneurship activity is total early stage entrepreneurial activity, or the percentage for the working age population, the newborn, or activity involved in starting a new business or new and young entrepreneur. The business owner is already running a new business is less than 42 months. The around concept of opportunity-driven early stage entrepreneurship activity, the presence of individual involved in the claiming our stake entrepreneurial activity to be pure or party-driven by chance and need-driven. Our stake entrepreneurial activity. Percentage of individual involved in the early stage entrepreneurial activity, the chance of to be driven by need did not have a better choice to work. Finally, congratulations on participant in the first multidisciplinary Bosowa International Conference MBIC on living sustainability, digital economic entrepreneurship, and future energy system rule in the post-COVID-19 era. Hopeful what we do today will be beneficial for Indonesians program and all the country in the world. Stay safe and healthy. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Dr. Seri Suryani, SA, MSE, Vice Rector, Innovation Community, for the beautiful welcome speech.
Terima kasih Ibu Dr. Seri Suryani, SEMS, atas sambutannya.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to present 4 ethnicities dance performance by students of Bosowa University.
Hadirin sekalian, tarian acara selanjutnya yaitu tarian 4 etnis yang akan dipersembahkan oleh mahasiswa Universitas Bosowa.
The 4 ethnic dance is a dance that combines 4 different ethnic types in South Sulawesi. This dance also combines 4 different dance standards. Pakem Pakarena from Makassar, Pajoge from Bugis Bone, Patudu from Mandar, and Pagelu from Toraja.
Tarian 4 etnis merupakan tarian yang menggabungkan 4 jenis suku yang berbeda di Sulawesi Selatan. Tarian ini juga memadukan 4 standar tari yang berbeda. Pakem Pakarena dari Makassar, Pak Joge dari Bugis Bone, Patudu dari Mandar, dan Pagelu dari Toraja.
Saya kasih keterangan Pak D atau jangan dalam kurung unibos atau enggak Pak D?
Nama
Tinggal videonya diaktifkan. Mana namaku?
Ya, diaktifkan.
Mana namaku?
Thank you for your nice attentions and thank you for the wonderful performance.
Terima kasih atas perhatiannya dan terima kasih kepada para penampil.
Before we continue to the next agenda, we would like to give souvenir for Haji Andi Sudirman Sulaiman, Governor of South Sulawesi Province, Indonesia, represented Dr. Haji Andi Mapatoba, MBA, DTS.
Sebelum melangkah ke agenda selanjutnya, penyerahan cindramata oleh Vice Rector for Innovation, Community and Development, Bapak Dr. Insinyur Zulkifli Maulana MP, kepada Bapak Gubernur Sulawesi Selatan, yang akan diwakili oleh Bapak Haji Andi Mapatoba, MBA, DTAS.
We invited Dr. Insinyur Zulkifli Maulana MP, Vice Rector Innovation, Community and Development, to come forward and give souvenirs.
Kepada Bapak Vice Rector dipersilahkan.
We would like to give souvenirs for Professor Muhammad Basri Jafar, MA, PhD, Head of the Doctoral English Education Study Program, Makassar State University, Indonesia.
Selanjutnya penyerahan cindramata oleh Wakil Rektor Ibu Dr. Seri Suryani SEMSI kepada Bapak Profesor Muhammad Basri Jafar, MA, PhD, selaku Kepala Program Studi S3 Pendidikan Bahasa Inggris, Universitas Negeri Makassar.
We invited Dr. Seri Suryana SEMSI, Vice Rector of Research and Support.
Kepada Bapak Ibu dipersilahkan.
We would like to give souvenir for Dr. Andi Asrifan, SPD, MPD, Faculty of Teachers Training and Education, University of Muhammadiyah, Siripang, Indonesia.
Cindramata oleh Ibu Mulyati selaku Ketua Panitia kepada Bapak Dr. Andi Arifan, SPD, MP, Fakultas Keguruan Ilmu Pendidikan, Universitas Muhammadiyah Sidendeng Rapang.
Next, we would like to give souvenirs for Dr. Mutmainna SPD, SPDI, MPD, Faculty of Teacher Training and Education, University of Al-Sharia, Bandar, Indonesia.
Selanjutnya penyerahan cindramata oleh Ibu Mulyati kepada Ibu Dr. Mutmainna SPDI MPD, Fakultas Keguruan dan Ilmu Pendidikan, Universitas Al-Asyariah Bandar. Untuk semua dimohon ke depan untuk foto bersama.
We will continue to the next sessions, presentations by keynote speaker, Haji Andi Sudirman Sulaiman ST, Governor of South Sulawesi Province, Indonesia, represented by Dr. Haji Andi Mapataba, MBA, DTIS, Senior Staff of Government. Profesor Dr. Insinyur Batara Surya, STMSI, Rector of Bosowa University. Associate Professor Dr. Erkol Bayram, School of Tourism and Hotel Management, Department of Tour Guiding, University of Sinop, Turkey. Professor Muhammad Basri Jafar, MA, PhD, Head of Doctoral English Education Study Program, Makassar State University, Indonesia. Will be handled by moderator
Acara selanjutnya yaitu presentasi oleh pembicara Haji Andi Sudirman Sulaiman ST selaku Gubernur Sulawesi Selatan Indonesia yang akan diwakili oleh Bapak Dr. Haji Andi Mapatoba MBA di TAS selaku staf bidang pemerintah subbidang pemerintah. Profesor Dr. Insinyur Batara Surya STMSI, Rektor Universitas Bosowa. Associate Profesor Dr. Erkol Bayram, Sekolah Pariwisata dan Manajemen Hotel, Departemen Pemandu Wisata Universitas Sinop, Turki. Profesor Muhammad Basri Jafar, MA PhD, Kepala Program Studi S3, Pendidikan Bahasa Inggris Universitas Negeri Makassar, Indonesia, yang akan dipandu oleh moderator kepada Ibu Asira Funisa SSM Home dan Ibu Andi Tenri Abeng SSM Home dipersilahkan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much for our MC Aldo and Nurasisa for the wonderful opening. And good afternoon for all presenters and participants. My name is Andi Tendri Abeng, will be your moderator for the first session. As what the MC have already been informed to you that we have 3 keynote speakers today. Unfortunately, 4 keynote speakers today. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, we would our rector will be not included in the first session. For the first keynote speaker, we have Haji Andi Sudirman Sulaiman ST as the Governor of South Sulawesi Province, Indonesia. And they will be presented by Dr. Haji Andi Mapatoba, MBA, DTAS. He is a former director of Regional Public Hospital and also actively giving training for basic trauma cardiac life support in 2021. And also communication strategy for medical staff in 2015 in collaboration with UNICEF and Bhakti. For Dr. Haji Andi Mapatoba, MBA DTAS, we welcome you to give the first speaker, please.
Thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everybody. Before I read Mr. Governor remarks, I would like to convey his warm greeting and also apologize because at the moment he was attending international meeting in Australia. So that's the reason why he is not here. And then next, please allow me to convey his speech as a governor of South Sulawesi Province. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Again, good afternoon, everybody. The Honorable Mr. Chancellor of Bosowa University, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Bosowa University, and an Honorable invite speaker from different country and different place, like Professor Associate Professor Dr. Fidel del Castillo from De La Salle University, Manila of Philippines, Professor Luis Miguel Cado from Polytechnic, Portugal, Assistant Professor Dr. Ahmad Digar from Egypt, Dr. Engineering Nayara Radon from Saudi Arabia, Dr. Suprapawat from Bangkok University, Thailand, and also Dr. Andi Asrifan from Muhammadiyah University, General Lapang, and also Dr. Mutmainna from University of Bosowa, and also Vice Chancellor Dr. Sri Suryani, SDMSA, and also Dr. Asdar, Dean of Faculty of Education from Bosowa University, and also Dr. Yusdil Akrim from University of Bosowa, and the last one, Mrs. Mulyati, also from University of Bosowa. I'm very happy at attend this international conference today, initiated by Bosowa University. And before that, let us praise and thank to the presence of Allah Subhanahu wa Taala for the blessing, all the blessing and health that has been given for us. Alhamdulillah, blessing and greeting also to Lord Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and that His give willing, hopefully we are all also under His protection and walk in His guidance. So because of His mercy and pleasure, we can be present today together at the international conference at Bosowa University. Please allow me to take this opportunity to express my gratitude to the Chancellor of Bosowa University, Professor Dr. Engineering Batara Surya, STMSC, and the organizing committee for holding the international conference at Bosowa University today. I give my greatest appreciation to all parties involved in supporting the success of this activity. Dear ladies and gentlemen, as we know, regarding transformation, even based or post-pandemic COVID-19, there are several things that we must understand, like we have to move forward to transformation about the whole thing in the community, because the impact of pandemic COVID-19, like for the economic growth, like for the health as well, like for the life of community, make all of us suffer from the impact of pandemic COVID-19. And also, because this impact, we have to accept the transformation, including a kind of information for all, like we have today in the university. One of the issue about the transformation of information at the moment, because the development of technology and information, we know facing about digitalization. In terms of digitalization, at the moment, the digital era is no longer a matter of the future, but has become a reality for the world's population. Technological development that continue to increase from year to year are actually carried out in order to keep up with the growing human need for technology. In every aspect of life, there is always digital technology that help us in our daily lives, making our activities more efficient. One of the main factors in the shift from offline to online activities is the limited space for movement during the pandemic. This is, of course, very fair for students and workers who have to do online activities at home, both for work and for learning. Communities and business that previously had not fully utilized digital technology now seem to be forced to immediately live with digital technology itself. A real example that has become so embedded in Indonesian social life is digital payment. Almost all residents have a wallet account that can make cashless transaction in seconds. The use of digital payment is predicted to experience it's around 5 until 10% increase from the time before COVID-19 to the new era after. Several other examples, such as the use of electronic learning, video conferencing, electronic health, and online fitness have also recorded an increase of 15 until 90% in terms of user growth. And meanwhile, applications such as online pickup at restaurant, grocery delivery, and online streaming have also experienced growth up to 44%. Ladies and gentlemen, as we know, digitalization can help us overcome unemployment problems, in contrast to the widespread belief that digitalization shifts the need for human resources. The transition from offline to online activities caused the need for digital workers to increase. For example, like how people now increasingly need electronic commerce in social media while doing their activities at home. And social media have the impact that means this is an opportunity for job seekers to actively do business and work in cyberspace. Based on the data published by McKinsey, Indonesia productivity is considered to be only half that of China's. The massive implementation of digital technology can significantly increase Indonesian productivity level, starting with efficiency of operating system. Industry 4.0 technology, which focus on the concept automatization of combining the Internet of Things and robotic machine, is able to make more precise. Then, digitization also opens the gate for business to collect user data, as was done by the Google company, to form new market and expand. The trick is profiling customer, conducting online surveys, or market testing. Business are better able to offer a product that suit to the need of its consumer accurately by utilizing big data. Meanwhile, digitalization will also help the recruitment process, which at first seemed long-winded and ineffective. But the key word is in the ability to connect recruiters with the right job seekers. That way, job seekers with the appropriate competencies are able to connect and more easily find work positions that best suit their abilities. Dear ladies and gentlemen, human resource development and digital transformation in Indonesia, at the moment, the government has prepared a digital transformation roadmap for 2021 and 2024 with 4 main pillars, namely massive digital infrastructure development, harmonization of regulation, strengthening of digital ecosystem, and digital training for the government to make roadmap transformation digital. Even so, in the effort towards digital transformation, Indonesia still faces a number of challenges, one of which is the digital divide. The key to digital transformation is that no human resource is left behind. This means that all must be competent and able to manage the digital climate. Competent human resource will assist in making the right decision or policy. The final outcome of digital transformation is a happier society. Meanwhile, the South Sulawesi Province government pays attention to improve the electronic-based government system, or now is SPBA, Sistem Pemerintahan Berbasis Elektronik. Electronic-based government system, or commonly referred to as e-government, the administration government that utilize information and communication technology to provide services to government agency, state civil servant, business people, communities, and other parties. E-government as internal policy domain, which is an assessment of the maturity level of electronic government in various services, including electronic government governance domain, electronic government strategic planning, information and communication technology, a government organizer, a government management domains, implementation of a government management, information and communication technology audits, electronic-based government administration services, and the last one, electronic-based public service. South Sulawesi Province government has become the fastest provincial government in completing the e-government architecture, which has been declared in accordance with the national architecture and has complied with the Ministry of Administrative and Bureaucratic Reform Circular Form 15 provincial government that have been sample nationality. Governor regulation in terms of e-government is currently in the finalization process, whereas the Office of Communication and Information has carried out a fiber optic networking connectivity to all region apparatus organization within the South Sulawesi Province government and create regulatory guidelines for integrated application development. Currently, it's around 223 applications for government administration and public services have been developed in the regional apparatus organization, Sulawesi Province government. There is an intra-local government network service or BENWIDE available for all regional apparatus organization with a size of between 1,700 Mbps and will be increased until 2,000 Mbps. Thank you for Bosowa University, the Honorable Mr. Chancellor and Vice Chancellor, and all participants for initiating and supporting this international conference. That's it I can convey on this occasion. Hopefully, all the endeavors that we jointly carry out today will be given smoothness and convenience so that what we do today can be of value as worship by Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Mr. Governor of South Sulawesi Province, Andi Sudirman Sulaiman. That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for the first keynote speaker, Dr. Haji Andi Mapatoba, MBA, DTAS, with the role of digitalization and utilization of it in every aspect of life, in leveraging or improving the economy, and how the government supporting the system by providing e-government application that helps with administration for public services.
Okay, well, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good afternoon, everyone. So let me introduce myself. I am Ashira Punisa as the second moderator for handle the second keynote speakers. the Honorable all participants and presenter in Hybrid International Conference, the first Multidiscipline Bosowa International Conference, MBIC, with the theme Leveraging Sustainable Digital Economy, Entrepreneurship, and Future Energy System Role in the Post-COVID-19 Era. The second keynote speaker Associate Professor Dr. Ekol Bayram from School of Tourism and Hotel Management, Department of Tour Guiding, University of Sinop, Turkey. I think Dr. Gul Ekol Bayram has already joined Zoom. Hello, Mrs.
Hello. Assalamu alaikum to all my dear colleagues. Firstly, my dear rector and my dear vice rectors and all respected my dear brothers and sisters from very beloved country, Indonesia. It is very nice to see you here again with such a very outstanding conference today. Thank you so much, my dear greatest brother, Dr. Ande Asrifan, and also dear Mupania. I would like to start my presentation, if you permit to me.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Please, Dr. Gul Ekol Bayram, you may share screen your slide presentation.
Yes, surely.
I'd like to inform Dr. Gul Ekol Bayram for the time we have 30 minutes for a presentation and also Q&A session. So maybe you can present the slide presentation 20 minutes and then we have 10 minutes for Q&A session. Thank you.
Yes, yes, surely, surely. Today, I would like to discuss about role of women entrepreneurs in environmentally friendly and climate resilient tourism business. Firstly, we can divide women entrepreneurs to three main topics, and these are firstly gender equality, climate changes, and green managements. And maybe we can start with the basic question: women and men come to the same world, so our living ways are the same. Gender is the genetic, psychological, and biological characteristic of a person as a woman or man. And biological sex is the innate genetic, psychological, and biological characteristic of men and women. And the gender means some roles, duties, and responsibilities given by the society which are not innate, are the qualities of being a man and a woman that are shaped by how the society sees, perceives, and expectations of the individual. And we come into the world as a babies who are not different from each other, and we learn to be man and woman. There are many lives events that happen to people who are born as a girl and baby. The result of their transformation into woman and man is another issue also. Gender equality starts with social gender equality, and individuals without discrimination on the basis of gender, we have some equal rights, opportunities, and some responsibilities are expressed as taking part in all areas of public and private life, being seen, participating in decision, evaluating opportunities, empowering, representing, and accessing to resources. So we identify gender equality, diversity, and discrimination. Also, as a woman, we come to across some discrimination issues. First, maybe we can born, and also in the childhood care, in the education, in the decision making, in the political activities, in some scientific activities and progress, and also gender-based violence. And according to some data, household within the family, division of labor, decision, property, inheritance, and etc., it is possible to see that some dimensions. And also, 2 of 3 of all the poor are women. Inequality in working life, employment rates by gender, choice of profession, type of job, wage space, and career advancement and glass ceiling, and etc. Inequality, all these parts are hardly taken into account or even considered natural. Women empowerment in the tourism industry is emerging topic also with different stakeholders. According to one of the most important organization, World Tourism Organization, has announced a report in the 2020, and it is said that the majority of the world's tourism workforce is female. And 54% of people employed in tourism are women, compared to 39% in the more general economy. The wage gap in the tourism industry is smaller. Women working in tourism earn 14% less than men, compared to the 16.8% in the wider economy. Tourism offers women more opportunities for leadership roles, and also according to some data, 23% of the tourism ministers are women, compared to the 20.7% of ministers overall. And this data shows that tourism has a big power in the tourism industry. Women workforce in the tourism industry is expressed as on the presentation. Some of the jobs are considered as feminine and the equivalent of the housework. The jobs such as cooking, welcoming, making beds, cleaning, and serving are carried out by women. The jobs carried out by women in the tourism sector are generally defined as insecure and low paid. Women who have to quit their jobs in vital situations such as pregnancy, childbirth, and breastfeeding cannot find a job afterwards. In some areas, women job discrimination sometimes can be unclear, and they have long working hours. Horizontal and vertical discrimination against women is a common situation in the tourism sector. What is the entrepreneurship? An entrepreneur is an individual who creates a new business bearing most of the risk and enjoying most of the rewards, and the process of setting up a business is known as entrepreneurship. The entrepreneur is commonly seen as innovator, a source of new ideas, goods, services, business, or procedures. And entrepreneurs play a key role in any economy, using the skills and initiative necessary to anticipate needs and bringing good new ideas to market. Entrepreneurship that proves to be successful in taking on the risk of creating a startup is rewarded with profits, fame, continued growth opportunities. And entrepreneurship that fail results in losses and less prevalence in the markets for those involved. In order to think like an entrepreneur, you need to have or develop the characteristic of an entrepreneur. And I think we should read on to find out about entrepreneur skills that will help us in the workplace. Tourism, entrepreneurs, and entrepreneurship. Tourism enterprises refer to the different terms of a tourism-related business venture permitted within the national institution. Like any other enterprise, tourism enterprises are also business venture having similar preparative principles but working on a very wide scale. A tourism entrepreneur may be defined as a person or a group of persons producing and managing tourism products. In this process, the entrepreneur must have the commonly prescribed and entrepreneurial traits along with service sector specialties. Accordingly, tourism entrepreneurship can be defined as the professional application of knowledge, skills, and competencies and or of monetizing a tourism-related new idea by an individual or a set of people. By launching an entrepreneurs, we can diversify from existing one and also employment and other some jobs. In simple words, it embraces all sorts of activities involved in creation and operation of legal tourism enterprise. A legal tourism enterprise excludes all forms of tourism or like activities which are against to the generally accepted laws of the land. For example, in India, wildlife hunting, flesh trading, drug trafficking, and etc. are considered illicit and illegal and hence do not fall within the purview of tourism enterprise. Women entrepreneurs on tourism industry, we can start my words that tourism has another superpower on women entrepreneurs. The majority of the workforce is female because many jobs in the tourism industry needs a workforce within the context of women abilities. With such a broad geographical reach, a huge range of skills required, tourism has the opportunity to pull women out of poverty, equip them with skills, and provide dignified and sustainable development. Even in many poor countries, there exists a thriving tourism business. Apart from a unique ability to boost equality across the world, tourism also is a meeting point. With its major plus point that its workforce is majorly female, tourism opens up an opportunity for women to pull them out of the poverty, equip them with skills, and provide dignified, sustainable development. So, the tourism industry unleashed a huge potential. And we have 5 main characteristics of a woman entrepreneur. Firstly, motivation. And entrepreneurs are by naturally motivated. And after all, they put in long hours to get their venture of all ground and invest large sums. Sometimes everything they have to pursue their dreams. They do all of this knowing that it could take months or even years for them to possibly reap the fruit of their labor. And despite their work hard, they know that there is a chance that their efforts can be rewarded with material success, because sometimes we can work hard and all jobs needs too much patience. And also they can refuse to give into a fear of failure. So strong motivation, not to mention a steely focus, is needed to stick with venture over the long haul. And the second, passion. Passion is another characteristic of entrepreneurs. While a good payday at the end of the tunnel is good for the motivation, and entrepreneurs tend to be more driven by a passion for their offering as well as by a desire to make a difference. The passion or drive also helps us to sustain entrepreneurs during periods where discouragement might otherwise manifest itself. And the other one is vision. The best entrepreneurs have a good vision as they want to achieve, how they want to accomplish their objectives, and whom they need on their side to reach their goals. They also have the ability to translate their vision in a way that staff and investors can understand. Their vision acts like a compass that points them in the direction of opportunities that perhaps no one else found. And the other one is confidence. Without a confidence or self-belief, any entrepreneurs can possibly succeed. They have to be confident both in themselves and in their jobs. If they believe in themselves, they will have the ability to stay the course regardless difficulties or discouragement. They also have the stomach to take risk. After all, they believe that they will succeed. And the other one is decision making. Being able to make decision quickly is an important characteristic for an entrepreneur because it can be the difference between success and failure. And entrepreneurs not only need to have a good decision-making skills, but also must have the capacity to make those decisions quickly in order to avoid missing opportunities. And also, another topic is climate change. Sorry, some challenges of women entrepreneurs. I have a short video. Yes, and also social expectations is another issue, challenges by women entrepreneurs in a society. When women are stereotyped as the one who are meant to stay at home and put all their attention on their family, it is often looked down upon for them to venture out and establish a career. Not just that, even after establishing their business, they often take more time than their male counterparts to gain trust and recognition from the public. And lack of capital, it is often said that money is to a business what food is to a human body and is vital for any business, big or small. Unfortunately, not only today, but from the past, we have some challenges as women entrepreneurs as the lack of capital. And lack of support or mentors is another major setbacks for women entrepreneurs. According to a survey, 47% of female entrepreneurs said that lack of mentors or advisors restrain their professional growth. And no business networks. According to the survey, women were not a part of business networks, which would help them build a network to grow their business, find customers, partners, suppliers, and build connections, and etc. And lack of confidence. A lot of women struggle with confidence and they need help with understanding their skills, their value, on what they bring to the business on organizations. Very often, women tend to underestimate their capabilities, and so they need a lack of support to gain that confidence and understand the value that possess. Personal and professional life balance. Since we have many roles in the society, as a woman, as a girl, and as a wife, sometimes we can have role dimensions. Finding the right balance between them is essential, but unfortunately, in our society, we need more support. Building business markets, this is the challenge of every entrepreneur, more so women entrepreneurs, as their networks are usually smaller and therefore they do not have much access to the market when they start. And another important topic in the women entrepreneurs is climate change. I have a short video of that.
Some people might not be aware that climate change and its effects really impacts women, especially hard.
Women are disproportionately experiencing more poverty than men worldwide. They have access to less financial independence, and they're also less able to bounce back in terms of jobs and training opportunities after climate disasters. New Orleans is a helpful place for us to look to understand the realities of climate change impacts on the ground. 83% of single mothers were unable to return home after Hurricane Katrina for a full 2 years after the storm. It's estimated that 2/3 of jobs lost after Hurricane Katrina were lost by women. After a disaster, often the best and only jobs available are in construction and rebuilding efforts, which are traditionally male-dominated fields.
While all of us are affected by climate change, some people are more vulnerable, and that includes women and kids. Take heat waves. Those are being fueled by climate change. Children spend more time outdoors playing. They're more vulnerable, more susceptible to heat-related illness. Pregnant women, they and their fetuses, their babies-to-be, are at risk for low birth weight. Climate change is affecting the range of insects that can carry diseases and also the period of time that they're active. It's making the range and that season bigger and last longer, and that puts women and children and older people at greater risk. So while women are great at connecting the dots between climate change and its effects on health, we right now are largely left out of the leadership globally to make a change in the way we get energy and moving toward a clean future. That has got to change. There's got to be more equity.
In a study of 130 countries, it was found that when women are in government positions, they're more likely to sign on to international treaties that are taking action against climate change. Women play critical roles in our communities, and our voices must be heard for climate action. In order to have a resilient future, women must have a seat at the table.
And gender is the significant aspects to be taken into account when considering all actions both to adapt to the climate and mitigate change. Climate change impacts are not only physical and economic, but also social and cultural. And in developed countries, women are among the most vulnerable groups owing to the reduced ability to access finance, technology, and information need to adapt to the climate change. And at the same time, women generally advocate a wider set of actions than men for addressing climate change. And because of gender differences and social economic roles and responsibilities, these some unaffected, unseeable feature as the climate change. Women's solutions for climate change. Firstly, for mitigating climate change, women propose more comprehensive approach to those advocated by men. And women tend to focus more on lifestyle and social change to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, including reducing the impact of sustainable consumption and production patterns on the environment and promoting actions such as energy saving and greener purchasing. Women have greater doubts than men that technological solutions alone will solve the problem of global warming and support initiatives to induce change in personal behavior. And woman has a function as change age. Woman has a function as change agents in community and natural resource management, innovation, farming, caregiving, and hold the key adaptation to the climate change. Women trade in early warning disaster reduction made a big difference in La Masakia, a village on Honduras that, and unlike nearby communities, reported no deaths during Hurricane Mitch. And communities far better during natural disaster than women play a leadership role in early warning system and reconstruction. And we can adapt to climate change because we improve the resilience of communities and people who rely on climate-dependent resources for their livelihoods, And most of the planned adoption concentrates on infrastructure like coastal defenses and flood protection. Water harvesting and management will also be increasingly important. And in these areas, labor-based methods in public works programs could create large numbers of jobs. And climate change is one of the greatest global challenges of the 21st century for every country, developed or undeveloped. True developing countries have contributed to the least causes of climate change. They stand to suffer more due to the vulnerability to the extreme environmental events. Women and men working in sectors most depend on weather, such as agriculture and tourism, are likely to be most affected. And also, climate change is not gender neutral. Women are increasingly being seen as more vulnerable than men to the effects of climate change. So we should more focus on within the context of women entrepreneurs in the climate change issues. But there is a hope. Major political leaders have pledged to honor commitments to green technologies, arguing that government action to create new green jobs is not only sustainable, but may help in economic recovery. According to the recent report, green jobs in agriculture, industry, services, and administration, even with the government subsidies, can promote sustainable economic growth with long-term economic impacts. And green jobs in larval economies has a spatial issue within the context of climate change. Women have a smaller carbon footprint than men due to the different consumption patterns and lifestyle of women and men. And while the world needs to invest in female climate entrepreneurs, investing in female entrepreneurs will generate high returns for society as a whole, as women invest more of their income in the families compared to men. And also, climate change needs some innovation and entrepreneurship. An increased understanding of the vulnerability of female entrepreneurs in some regions to the climate change, we should investigate the specific adaptation behaviors of female entrepreneurs. We should identify gender-specific barriers and enablers to private sector adaptation. And we have some activities. Firstly, strengthening local entrepreneurs, providing technical assistance on the integration of gender equality, engaging key stakeholders on the importance of integrating gender equality on the climate finance, and providing some assistance for the capacity investors to integrate gender lens. And I have some great women entrepreneurs around worldwide. Finally, I would like to show them. Firstly, local pools and Sarah and Mansouri and Loka Economate. And the Stephen Vula Arts 7 work, she working with the disabled woman. Wildlife Adventure Woman, he creates some cultural tour, completely woman has a woman staff and woman organizations.
Kia ora. That's hello in Maori, and I'm Judy Wineland, co-owner of Adventure Women, inviting you to a true insider's tour of New Zealand.
And the other one is Sukamani Singh in India, co-founder of Shakespeare.
Hi, I'm Sukhmani. I'm 25 years old. I'm an entrepreneur and my baby is Sikh Sherpa. So the idea behind it is to give travelers, people who are curious beyond the obvious, access to these wonderful locals in whatever city in India that they're traveling to.
And the other one is, and finally, this is my also role model in the Turkey, Ebru Baybarademir. He is also a social entrepreneur in the tourism industry. She is a chef and she are working in the earthquake places, and she organized now a non-profit organization completely for victims in the earthquake, and I would like to introduce her.
Doğduğu coğrafya insanın kaderidir derler. Burası Mezopotamya. İnsanın toprağa ekip biçmeyi ilk öğrendiği, buğday tohumunun toprakla buluşup insana hayat verdiği yer. Ben burada savaşa, yoksulluğa, yok sayılmaya rağmen yoktan var ederek üreten, geleneğin bilgisiyle geleceği kuran kadınların dünyasında doğdum. Bizim hayalimiz bu toprağın kuraklığa karşı dayanıklı, bugün artık kaybolmaya yüz tutmuş yerel tohumlarını, özellikle de yaşamın kaynağı sayılan buğday tohumunu yeniden çoğaltabilmek, bir kez daha Mezopotamya'dan dünyaya yaymak. Bu hayali gerçekleştirecek gücü kadınlardan alıyor, geleneği geleceğe dönüştürmek için yola çıkıyoruz. Biz şefler, iyi bir yemeğin yaratılış hikayesinin mutfaktan başlamadığını iyi biliriz. İyi şeyler yemek istiyorsak iyi şeyler ekip biçmeliyiz. Topraktan tabağa bu yolculuğun her aşaması insanların hayatına dokunuyor ve yaşamı güzelleştiriyorsa bundan daha güzel bir şey olabilir mi? İşte dönüşüm burada başlıyor, toprakta ve buradan geçip tabağa ulaşıyor.
I would like to express my deepest gratitude to my dear rector and my vice rectors and all dear organizers in this committee. My presentation is finished. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the great presentation, Dr. Gul Ekol Bayram. I'm so sorry before I'm going to inform the resume of Dr. Gul Ekol Bayram first before we continue the Q&A session. So, Dr. Gul Ekol Bayram, Associate Professor from Sinop University, School of Tourism and Hotel Management, Department of Tour Guiding, and research interests, studies on tourism, tour guiding, tourism management, organizational behavior, tourism planning and policy, host community reactions toward tourism development, alternative tourism types. And for the education, she got Doctor of Philosophy at Sakarya University on December 2015 and Master of Science on May 2012 at Sakarya University, major tourism management, and Bachelor of Science May 2009 at Balıkesir University, Turkey. And for the employment history, on March 2016 until 2020, she became Assistant Professor, Department of Tour Guidance. And from 2020 until present, she Associate Professor, Department of Tour Guidance at Sinop University, Turkey. As a head of Department of Tour Guidance, and also as coordinator Mevlana Exchange Student and Lecturer Program, and also many previous experience in Haran University, professional licensed tour guide, student assistant, guest relation staff, and also hotel guide as tour Ltd, Antalya, Turkey. And also, she also has many journal publications and also became speakers in many research seminar. Okay, that's all the resume from Dr. Ekol Bayram. And now we open the Q&A session from the audience, offline and online participants. Any question to Dr. Ekol Bariam? Okay, while waiting the other to ask or prepare question to Dr. Ekol Bariam, I have question to Dr. Ekol. Well,
Yes.
actually, what could be the role of female lecturer as the change agent in climate change?
Very good question. Thank you. As an educator in the university, I have many roles in the climate change because in the climate change process, this is the first role is educating ourselves and also community for the upcoming issues and in the future agenda of the climate change. So I think we need more good information about the climate change. And also we need some confidence for community initiatives, and we need some encouragement for to do something within the all communities in our country. And also we need a motivation for to do something in the in the near future, and also in the long time. We have a good plan for the climate change, and all of them, an educator, mid-school educator, has the mediate role in this, because our children are working in different type of schools, and our children needs to be learned, get informed by their educators in the different parts. So firstly, the first role of the educator is giving true information about the climate change and the process of what should we do and what shouldn't we do. And the second role is directing all peoples and also all the communities, different parts of communities, to the right information and the right actions. We have two main roles in this process, in the climate change process. Firstly, giving right information, and also the second one is directing to the right path. I hope I can answer your question, my dear sister and my dear professor. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for a great answer, Dr. Ekol Bariam. So the point is we have to educating ourselves and our environment, so we can give good information for the climate change, yeah, especially in our social environment. Okay, we have some question on the chat box from Mr. Zulkifli Makawaru. So the question is, how is the development of tourism based on local wisdom in Turkey?
How is the can I say again, dear sister, since I cannot hear in this chat box?
Okay. I'm going to write on the chat box the question from Mr. Zulkifli Makawaru.
Evet. Yes, surely. It is a very good question, I think, because I am mentioning my culture of country, Turkey. in different times, also in different conference organizations made by dear brothers Andy and also my dear sisters Mukmania. But today, since our topic is entrepreneurship, I would like to choose related entrepreneurs topics. Turkey has a unique culture composed of different civilizations. Firstly, maybe we can see some cultures come from Arabian, and also we can see some from affection from the western parts of the world and also eastern part of the world. We can see different affection and different identification within the context of culture. So our tourism industry, based on the different cultural aspects, comes from different civilizations. So if you are a tourist, you can come to see very rich culture. This is our Turkey culture, and also we have different parts of the world. And it is possible to say that our tourism industry is developing, since we are the 10 best countries who visits different parts of the world within the list of the World Tourism Organization. We also are developing country with some dimensions. Maybe we should develop some aspects of that. And another part of that, local wisdom in the tourism industry is so important, because when a tourist comes to Turkey, he or she know that he is very curious about the Turkey culture, because local people and also local people minds is open to the every part of the world, and local people has a spatial characteristic to learn our culture to the every people around the world. So if you are a tourist, come to our country, our people host you with very positive manner, and this is also our wisdom, I think, and the local wisdom is the mediating role in the tourism development in Turkey. I hope I can answer your question, my dear sister.
Okay, thank you so much for the awesome answer. So the point is to increase the development of tourism, we can accept many culture, yeah, from other countries, especially in Turkey, affected by Eastern culture, yeah, like Saudi Arabia or other Eastern country. Okay, in Indonesia, one of local food of Turkey famous with kebab Turkey. Yeah.
Yes.
This for your information, yeah. In Indonesia, very famous with kebab Turkey.
Yes, yes.
Okay, maybe one more question to the audience. We have.
I have a simple question, the moderator. So just to know the official to pronounce the country of Turkey or Turkey. Thank you. Turkey.
Yes.
Turkey. That's official to pronounce Turkey. And so, how about the word? That's
Turkey.
Okay.
Yes. This is the new announcement.
Yeah, Turkey. Okay. Thank you, because we run out of the time. All I can say for the summary for the point of role of women entrepreneurs in environmentally friendly and climate resilient tourism business. We had 3 points. They are gender equality, climate changes, and green management. And women have powerful to create change in social and environmental. Okay, thank you so much for the great presentation and also awesome answer from Dr. Eko Bariam. We hope we can meet in another international conference.
Inshallah.
So
Yes,
much.
yes, inshallah, inshallah. Salam
Thank
to my
you.
dear friends, dear brothers and sisters from country, Turkey.
Thank you.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Now let's continue with the third keynote speaker from Professor Muhammad Basri Jafar, MA, PhD. He is the head of the Doctoral English Education Study Program, State University of Makassar, and also a professor in applied linguistics, and as a lecturer of English language education in Faculty of Language and Literature. For Professor Muhammad Basri Jafar, please, time is yours.
Oh, okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I like the word habit to my discipline area, the use of English and Bahasa. So maybe in my presentation, I would use these 2 languages to describe the ideas of my topic. Honorable ada Ibu Deputy Rector. Kemudian I should thank the work of my students. Mulyati, saya kira begitulah kira-kira kita lihat itu prestasinya kalau sudah dekat-dekat menjadi doktor ya. Dan saya kira ini this is the way to improve the accreditation. So karena ini baru pertama, I hope this coming to be second, third, fourth, etc. This is the only way to keep moving. Yeah. And I'm just wondering, I have a lot of my ex-students sudah menjadi senior dokter ya. Ada Dr. Mutmainna yang sudah go global. Oh, I'm happy to see you work go globally together with Dr. Andi Asriman. Ada Ibu Dr. Nur Aini dan masih banyak lagi. Ada Ibu Ramping itu, saya kira tidak akan pernah saya lupa itu. Ada siapa lagi satu yang Pak Pansuri. Wah, ya, saya kira saya punya banyak anak di sini. Right, dan itu semua mengagumkan buat saya, membuat saya happy as the head of English education on doctoral study. I'm dealing with the all presenters before me. We have Dr. Andi Mapatoba, ya. Dr. Amata is dealing with the Internet of Things. in relation to his work in the governance of South Sulawesi. And we have the women's or gender perspectives from Dr. Byron. And I myself, I guess I will not repeat any of this idea. I would just continue because Dr. Andi Mapatoba deal with the Internet of Things in the government sectors, and I would put the Internet thing into education. Now, what I'd like to express here, because I have limited time, maybe 15 minutes, inshallah, that will be finished. I would like to start from even the title is Tantangan LP2K di Era Industri. I've produced some articles in the international reputable journal. One is the hybrid learning in Indonesia that you can read in the journal. I have innovative language teaching as well. So I created around less than 10 article journals related to this area. That will be helpful if you could read those kind of articles. Next, please, if siapa yang bisa kasih pindah-pindah itu, ya, right, yes, saya lihat ke sana. Okay, so I would tell you the change of the world, ya. Di masa saya dulu itu handphonenya seperti itu, besar sekali. Pertama, I was returned from USA, conducting my master's degree. Then I use ada itu mobile yang sangat besar, very big one. Then coming to now is mobile. The claim is anybody who can use the mobile regarded as illiterate. Sekarang itu dengan pengertian definition of the new literacy. If the last time used by European countries, illiterate itu hanya can be seen three aspects. That's the be able to read, be able to write, and count. Itu saja. Sekarang sudah berubah. This change into new definition, then becoming literate. If they are able to read, they're able to write, they're able to count, understand what they read, and plus ICT, information communication technology. Without ICT, then our education will be like coming to not as what Darlene Hammond find out that pembelajaran di Amerika dulu di tahun in 1920s, they based on like what we do in Indonesia. Itu pembelajaran berbasis buku teks, textbooks oriented. Now in 1980s, Amerika langsung change his learning paradigm, and from textbook oriented to become a literature based. Jadi tidak ada lagi, karena Darlene Hammond has already found out that the learning by textbook ada tiga. There are three life skill varied. The first one, comprehension, tidak bisa lagi, susah berkembang. Creativity, susah berkembang. Problem solving skill, susah berkembang. Kalau ini tidak berkembang, kehidupan akan susah. Ya. Nah, that's what the people aware of this one. That's how they change the learning paradigm to be more freedom, more independent in their study. Makanya ada ICT. With the ICT, we get a lot opportunities to know lot of things. Now, my point to discuss this one. Can you please move on to the next slide? Oke, lihat dari mobil zaman dulu ke mobil zaman now, ya. Next, please. Lihat dari ojek, Gojek, oh berkompetisi. Next, please. Now coming to the Internet of Things. Lalu berikut, karena kita sudah bahas ini. Next, please. Ini pembelajaran di zaman dulu, ya, tidak pernah berubah, gitu saja terus, ya, never change. Next, please. Nah, potret pendidikan Indonesia saat ini bisa dilihat, ya, potretnya seperti apa. Oh, susah nih. Nah, this how I'm interested to create a theory of learning, and I start with kalau bisa di berikut sampai ada model. Next, please. Lagi. Ini dia, that's it. Itu yang model-model, ya. Oke. Yang tadi, ya, saya akan persingkat sebenarnya. yang model tadi, ya, oke, that's it. This is the model I created in my dissertation in Australia. My dissertation deals with this. Saya sudah mencipta sebuah model pembelajaran yang dinamakan Basris Ecology of Biliteracy Development. Nah, the point of this model is to explore the life of the students in the school, home, and community. Kalau kita di sini kayak like school, kayak home, and community. Tidak kurang kerjasamanya, right? Di dalam pembelajaran di sekolah tidak siswa yang dialami siswa, what the students experiencing, it is not in the learning process, ya. Jadi kayak misalnya orang Papua disuruh belajar apa itu di Jakarta yang mas, ya, itu kayak menghayal. This is a kind of a crime in education. Membawa hidup seorang anak untuk berimajinasi. This is a crime. I just returned working from UNESCO in Timor-Leste, appointed as the consultant in education for all. This is what we hear. Then I use my model in Timor-Leste. Then I created since in 1.5 years running a community learning center, one village, one CLC, funded by the UNESCO. And what happened after 1.5 years, from 56% of the population in Timor-Leste illiterate, then coming to 25% illiterate. in 1.5 years. Sampai Timor Leste becoming a model in the world. Then I should present this successful story in the conference conducted by the United Nations, because I'm working with the United Nations of Education, Science and Culture Organization. Now, what does it mean to the education? In Timor-Leste, as we call, is a new independent country. Started their learning paradigm with less facilities. Even among the schools, primary schools, around 50% do not have toilet. Something you can imagine apa yang terjadi kira-kira. It's different. If you see Indonesia from outside, then we could see that Indonesia is a wonderful place, kayak surganya itu dunia kira-kira. Ya, kita hanya orang-orang yang bermasalah itu hanya orang-orang atas saja, pemerintahan begitu. Rakyatnya tidak kan? Kita tidak pernah galau. Hanya mereka saja yang bertempur apa mulut begitu. And creating kegalauan di Indonesia. Nah, but the real things happen is harmony is here. I got 4 years in Melbourne, and I couldn't step more karena kondisi keadaan kita di Indonesia itu memang sangat hebat ya, membuat kita. I was offered to be lecturers at La Trobe Bendigo, Australia, with the $6,000 salary, but I don't consider this. I didn't consider because mine is greater than Australia. So this is the nature we have. This is the conditions we have. So by aware of these kind of conditions, if everybody learn hard in your era, in your period, because you would not think to expect me to come to learn and learn again. No, this is the time to express our experience, sharing to you that we need a big effort to make Indonesia become bigger and bigger, and to create and to promote more that the life in the society is different from the life in the government sectors. Kira-kira begitu ya. Saya sangat bersyukur sekali menjadi anak desa dari Sulawesi, dari Bulukumba sana, Bulukumba Timur yang punya pasir putih hebat. Itu sangat mengagumkan. So we need a further effort in every single disciplinary area we have to keep moving and solve the problems in our area. Kira-kira begitu ya. I wouldn't think like for example, if we go to Java, then Java will look after down us. Last time, yeah. Now not anymore. When I visited, I present my work in UPI, and I said that I have doctoral students this year in 38 doctoral students coming to us. And I say, how come? Yes, that's because of the accreditation we have. We have akreditasi A, ya, universitasnya akreditasi A, prodinya akreditasi A, sekarang menjadi unggul, dan later will be akreditasi internasional. Dan saya kira ini yang akan dilakukan di Universitas Bosowa, insyaallah kira-kira begitu. Jadi syaratnya memang seperti ini kira-kira. It is not easy as why to create this opportunity, to create this international conference, gathering together with the international expert. That is not as easy as why. This is in it a big effort to be connected. That's how important is the networking to handle our job nowadays. Dan saya kira dulu untuk sebuah universitas yang menuju internasional itu ada dananya hebat-hebat dari negara. Saking enak, saking awarenya the government to create Indonesian university becoming level in the reputable university in the world. So in my conclusion, as the person who in charge in education, we need to provide this kind of facilities, mobile, and now we have big data as well. We need to provide the students with the opportunity to get the internet, etc. So the computer must be around to handle us. Then the learning should be all right. I think that is the conclusion I have. And semangat buat teman-teman kolega di Universitas Bosowa. Mudah-mudahan ke depan kita akan bekerja sama lebih jauh lagi dengan mempertemukan para expert yang ada di Indonesia dan di seluruh dunia berjumpa di Universitas Bosowa. So that's all. Thank you very much. Billahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Di situ atau
Thank you so much for Professor Muhammad Basri Jafar, MA PhD, for the marvelous speech regarding the financial advisory and supervisory institution challenge in the industrial era of 4.0 with the changing concept of the place and time by literature based using a web platform with dynamic content and also using social networks by proposing new concept in 21st century learning with phenomenon-based learning and also problem-based learning based on experiences by professor himself in Timor-Leste as one of the global literacy situation. Okay, now we go or we move to the next session with question and answer session. Is there any question from the offline participants?
Thank you, Prof. This is a nice presentation talking about the situations from the old and the present now about the digital modern. I would like to ask about your perspective when you compare the conditions from the past and then the present. Thank you, Prof.
Thank you. That's a very nice question from my students. It's not later than it will be promotion ya. Jadi sudah akan menjadi doktor ya. Dan saya kira ini salah satu cara untuk menarik perhatian ketua prodinya. Alright. Well, saya kira saya klaim diri orang kampung itu dulu orang kampung susah itu sekolahnya hanya mikir-mikir ke Jawa. Tapi saya orang kampung yang tidak mau dulu sekolah di Jawa. Sampai I tell the examinee to give a consideration bahwa saya mau ke Amerika, kira-kira begitu. And because of that reason, saya injak namanya Amerika, Columbus, di Ohio State University Columbus. And dari kampung ceritanya ini baru diterima dosen di UNM kira-kira. Dan setelah di Amerika saya lihat banyak mahasiswa Indonesia itu tersiksa pada saat mengikuti ujian komprehensif. Jarang-jarang orang satu kali ikut ujian komprehensif baru lulus. Ada 2 kali, kalau 3 kali, kalau sudah 3 kali dan tidak lulus pulang ke Indonesia, kira-kira begitu. Maka saya pada saat selesai S2 di Columbus, saya mau lari ke Australia karena Australia dibilang itu tidak ada kuliahnya, ya. Jadi pandangan saya itu karena tidak ada mestinya enak ini karena tidak ada kuliahnya. Ternyata setelah ikut di Australia lebih tersiksa lagi karena 1 jam setiap minggu harus ketemu profesornya, pembimbing kita. Lalu kita pertanggungjawabkan kegiatan kita selama 1 minggu. Itu yang kita lakukan selama 4 tahun. Maka putihlah rambut, kira-kira begitu. Waktu di Amerika belum putih rambut, nanti tiba di Australia berputih. Alright, jadi pengalaman dari zaman dulu sampai sekarang saya sangat bersyukur karena sekarang ini serba enak. Anak cucu saya yang umur 3 tahun sudah main HP, main dan seterusnya. Dia begitu meleknya menggunakan HP, main-main, ada banyak permainan di situ. It's a very nice young life, ya, kira-kira begitu. Dulu apa tidak ada, dari kira-kira susah. Tapi kita dibarengi dengan kegiatan-kegiatan yang kayak running, pergi tangkap ikan di laut dan seterusnya. That's for real, kira-kira begitu. Nah, kegiatan ini pasti berubah. Besok juga sudah mau berubah. In 1 year later akan berubah. Lalu kalau kita tidak ikuti ini zaman digital, kita tersisa dengan sendirinya, ya. Makanya kita memang harus we need to lead our children to face their real situation. Karena situasi sekarang pasti beda 1 year later. Kira-kira begitu. Jadi pendidikan harus berubah. Benar itu si Pak Nadiem Makarim. S2-nya di Amerika. Dia lihat itu, dia sudah alami yang namanya pembelajaran berbasis literature, bukan textbook. Ya, kira-kira begitu. Sehingga dimungkinkan we invite a lot of authors in the region level atau di daerah untuk memproduksi buku-buku. Jangan hanya buku dari luar. Dari penelitian mahasiswa saya itu sudah temukan ini beberapa aspek itu dia terkesan kriminal karena mengeluarkan kehidupan anak dari kehidupan real menjadi kehidupan yang tidak nyata, kira-kira begitu. Banyak iming-imingnya gitu. Makanya tidak bisa, harus ada cross cultural understanding, ada intercultural communication yang harus kita bangun sehingga anak-anak kita tidak besar di negerinya sendiri, tapi juga bisa bersosialisasi dan berinteraksi dengan dunia luar. Kira begitu ya. Terima kasih.
Thank you so much, Prof. Muhammad Basri Jafar, for the answer. So with different culture and era comes with different problems. And the point of it is that how we overcome and then find solution to it with the new era and comes with new concept in learning. Thank you so much, Prof.
One more. Saya kira kata penutup dari saya, I learn much from the way my students interact with me. Saya kira karena saya kalau membaca buku baru baca sudah ngantuk. Tapi karena mahasiswa doktor itu yang sering baca ratusan artikel, bahkan ribuan artikel, datang kepada saya menjelaskan, oh ini dan seterusnya. That's the way I'm learning. Kira-kira begitu di era saya. Kalau di eranya ibu bapak sangat beda-beda. Ya, saya kira saya harus berterima kasih kepada mahasiswa saya, kolega saya yang tentu berkontribusi terhadap belajar yang saya alami. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ya, jalan mahasiswa. Pakai jatah saya kalau ini.
Thank you so much for all the participants. Thank you for staying with us and for listening. Now we come to the end for the first session. For the next session, I give it back to MC to proceed with the next.
We would like to give you information. Please stay until the end of seminar. We are going to give online attendance at the end of session. Okay, please, MC.
Thank you. Thank you so much for all of the keynote speaker. We learn so much information for that.
Terima kasih kepada keynote speaker atas ilmunya.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now continuing our conference to the next agenda. That is to hear the invited speakers who will be delivered. Dr. Supaprawat Siripipatanakul, Bangkok Canberra University, Thailand. Dr. Engineering Nayara Ratwan, Mechanical Engineering, Faculty of Engineering, Suez Canal University, Egypt, and Associate Professor and Quality Assurance Office for the PhD program at King Abdulaziz University, Saudi Arabia. Associate Professor Dr. Fides del Castillo, de La Salle University, Manila, Philippines. Will be moderated by Ulfa Sham, SSMPD, and Restu Januari, SPDI, MPD.
Hadirin sekalian, agenda selanjutnya yaitu presentasi oleh pembicara yang akan disampaikan oleh Dr. Supaprawat Siripipatanakul, Universitas Bangkok Tonburi. Dr. Engineering Nayara Ratwan, Teknik Mesin Fakultas Teknik, Universitas Suez Canal, Mesir. Dan Associate Professor dan Quality Assurance Officer untuk program PhD di Universitas King Abdulaziz, Saudi Arabia. Dan yang terakhir oleh Profesor Dr. Fides del Castillo dari Universitas de La Salle, Manila, Philippines. Dan akan dimoderatori oleh Ibu Ulfa Sham, SSMPD, dan Ibu Restu Januarti, SPDI, MPD. Kepada Ibu Moderator dipersilahkan.
Tes, tes. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And good afternoon. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now we are going to continue our presentation. Hybrid International Conference will be delivered by me. My name is Ulfa Sam. I'm the moderator today. The invited speaker today is Dr. Supawit Siripapatanokul from Bangkok, Chonburi University, Thailand. Well, this is the station. Ma'am Restu will be read the profile of him. Time's yours, ma'am. For the opportunity. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are delighted to welcome you to the first international conference, MBIC. I'm Restu Januarti. I'm going to be the moderator here with Ma'am Ulfa. And now I would like to invite the first speaker of invited speaker, Mr. Dr. Supaparawat Siripapatanokul. Hello, sir. Are you there?
Hello, can you hear me? I'm here.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you for
It's very
invitation.
clear.
Yeah.
Well, welcome, sir. How are you today,
Yeah.
sir? Are you fine?
I'm good, but a little bit of a problem about my voice because I have less of sleeping, less of a little bit of my voice problem, but not each big issue. I can show the collaboration of the research in the webinar and conference.
Well, it's now my deep pleasure to introduce Mr. Dr. Supaparawat Siripapatanokul about his educational background first, yeah. He is also known as Dr.
Aki.
Riser,
Yeah,
Dr.
Aki.
Ake.
Yeah.
Aki, yeah. Received his DDS from Chiang Mai University. He also had bachelor degrees from Sukhoi Samatirat Open University, including BEd of Measurement and Evaluation, BPH, Public Health Administration, B.Art of Information and Technology, B.Art of Thai Studies, B.Art of Animal Production and Management, and a certificate in English for a specific career, Public Health. He held 2 master's degrees in science, one in oral medicine from Mahidol University and another in management from Assumption University of Thailand. In 2011, Sukhothai Samatirat Open University approved a doctorate of philosophy PhD in educational administration. He started as an instructor in dentistry at a private university in Thailand in 2006, but has shifted to being an instructor in education at Bangkok, Chonburi University, Thailand from 2011 until now. Since becoming a DBA researcher and Manipul Global NXT University in
2020, he has also published scholarly papers. He got an CEFR level 5 certificate from AAARYA Business College in Singapore, TEFL certificate and TESOL program. He lectures on research methodology of management research and lectures at some international university. Well, to seize the time, I would like to invite Sir or Mr. Dr. Supaprawat Siripi Pathanakul to begin the material. Time is yours, sir.
Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, could you see my screen? My slide, first slide,
Yes,
social networking. You can see it, right? Hello. Hello, let me check for my sharing the screen. Could you see it, please?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, it's clear.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for invitation me as a speaker in the team of multidisciplines of international conference that my topic is about social networking platform for sustainable research community in the digital era. And this is my name, Dr. Supapawasili Pipathanakul. Actually, I lecture in the field of education for Bangkok Thonburi University in Thailand, and also a researcher at Manipur Global Next University in Malaysia. And when I do the research, I use the affiliate of Manipur Global Next University in Malaysia. For the topic entitled of this conference about the role of the digital economy and entrepreneurship and the future and energy system in the post-COVID-19 era. And thank you for invitation to me to be a speaker. And this is that my topic is about the social media networking to enhance of the research communities in the digital era. When we talk about the social media networking, that the social media networking is the idea that the individuals know and connect each other and empowers individuals to share, to making the world more open and interaction and interconnected via the social media or online. When we talk about the research is very important about the systematic process in literature review, in data correction, for the data analysis use or not use of the statistics analysis and interpret of the results and explain in discussion and use the appropriate of the references by the specific of professional domain or the concept or the theory regarding their academic disciplines. When we talk about the networking, the first networking platform that any researcher well known and very well known that they could fight for the reference, fight for the citation, fight for the research is the Google Scholar. And this is the example of the Google Scholar account belong to me. And this is my name, Dr. Supapawasili Pipathanakun. And I say to you, I mentioned to you that I use the affiliate as the researcher at the Manipur Global Next University in Malaysia. But I'm also a lecturer in the field of education for Bangkok, Thonburi University in Thailand. And when you start with Google Scholar, your paper will show the first paper until the update, the last paper at your Google Scholar account. When you apply for the Google Scholar account, you have to use the email belong to the university because the Google Scholar not allow you to use the Gmail, the Hotmail to verify the email or to link to the Google Scholar. You have to use only the university email because the university email will link to the Google Scholar and the Google Scholar will link to the other platform to increase the ranking of the university. And this is the example of my Google Scholar. Another platform that very important for the researcher is the scientific index. For the scientific index is related to Google Scholar, related to SSRN, related to ResearchGate and academia.edu. At scientific index, you have to apply and use for the affiliate belong to the university because the ranking of the university also show in the at scientific index. Show for the your university and show your ranking in your country, ranking in your area of the country, and the ranking of the number of the researcher in the world. And this is the example of at scientific index that you could communicate, you could join the collaboration with other researchers, and you can do the collaboration research between university around the world, and you could increase your ranking of the university by using your university email. And you could click the link of the scientific index below to see the platform that you would like to apply. Another of the platform that you could find another researcher that you can join the collaboration, you can see, you can learn from the research of the other researcher all worldwide around the world in many countries that you can find in the research gate. It's very important that the research provide for the scholarly paper that very interesting for the new researcher or also the postgraduate student, or also for the postdoctoral student, or also for the doctoral student, or also for the master degree student or bachelor degree student. Any student that learn from based on the research, they can learn and find very well of the research in ResearchGate. And what show in the ResearchGate? ResearchGate will show your name without the title, and you show your affiliate, show your degree, and show your description of your research area, show your skills, show your research interest score and citation and H-index. The same as Google Scholar, you can see H-index, high index, or citation in Google Scholar also. But sometimes the citation or H-index different between Google Scholar and ResearchGate, because some researcher in ResearchGate not linked to the Google Scholar. Also, the researcher in Google Scholar, some researcher not at a member of the ResearchGate also. Another platform that very important when you are published in some journal is LinkedIn. Is Orchid ID, because the Orchid website or platform, you have to use the Orchid ID to identify yourself, and the Orchid ID you can apply for Gmail, for Hotmail, or also for the university email. And it's better if you use the university email, because the Google, the Scopus used for the for ID of the orchid to identify you, and you can use combine with Scopus ID to identify you. This is the example email that I use to verify myself. I use the Gmail and also the university email to verify myself, and you can add the website belong to you on the left. For example, for the ResearchGate, for a scientific index that new researcher would like to see what the progress of your research. They can follow the link that you add to the Orchid ID, and you can add your name as a full name, and you can add your nickname. Also, you can add your elsewhere SSIN ID or Scopus ID or etc. And you can add for the CV or biography of yourself, and it's very easy to you. When you want to use your CV, you can printable version of the Orchid ID as the CV to apply to be the editorial board, to apply to the professor, to apply to the researcher or anything. The Orchid ID is very useful for the excellent platform, and another excellent platform that a researcher could apply. Another platform that you can share your research article is SSIN. SSIN, you can add your picture, you can add your name without the title, you can add your university, also the location, or where is the your university located. And you can add the paper, scholarly paper, and it will show the number of download, the number of citation in the website of SSIN. Yeah, and you can click for the lower of the link that you can apply for the SSIN for a new researcher. Another platform that researcher use is I'm not sure. This for I forgot it. Some link for MDPI. This platform link to MDPI journal. And another platform is the Web of Science. Web of Science is very important. Web of Science platform identify you as a researcher, your name. You can add the title or not, whether or not, and you can add your university, and it will show the ID number of the Web of Science ID. And you can add the scholarly paper that in the database of Web of Science or not. if your paper are not in the database of Web of Science, will not be indexed. But when you be the peer review, for example, is my peer review record, you can see that 8 of peer review in the database of Web of Science. And when you click to the journal in quartile SJR ranking of the journal, sometimes you can see that computer science show in the Web of Science link that is the second quartile. But it's better if you check for the quartile of the journal in the link of SJR ranking because it's a more update. When it show in the Web of Science, the journal ranking for second quartile. But when you search for SJR ranking as now for 2021, it shows that the journal is ranking for first quartile. Is a little bit different because some journal is not updated in the website of Web of Science. Another platform and very useful for students because this platform allow the student to use the Gmail, to use the Hotmail to apply for be a new researcher. That when you apply to academia.edu, you can find the research paper or the topic that you would like to study or would like to get to do further study. In this case, you can seek for the topic or the title of the research by click or by adding for the keywords that you would like to find. And for academia.edu, show your name with or without the title and show your university and show your position in the university, show your educational background and show the followers, show the number of the researcher that you follow and show the number of co-author. Show the total views and show that when total views or total download, you are the top 1, top 2, top 10 of the new download or something. You can see in this platform. And another platform is few papers, few peoples. This platform is not belong to the Philippines because the platform write that few papers. The few papers refers to the philosophy, and the philosophy, the researcher in few papers or few people are almost be the researcher in the area of United States of America. You can add your name with or without title. You can add your university name of your university and add your educational background. You can add your paper or not. If you don't want to add your paper, you can add the link instead. Another platform is more commercial, like LinkedIn. LinkedIn could be used for the platform of the marketing, the platform of the researcher also. You can add your name with or without the title. You can add your the background of your education. You can add your university affiliate. Also, you can add your university of your education. And this is the link below that researcher could apply for the LinkedIn in the website or this platform. Another platform, I think every researcher or professor know very well is Scopus. This website or link is Scopus Preview. When you search your surname, you search your name, it will show the paper. When you search my name as Supaparawat, you may not see for the paper by now because I use my previous name as Supasawat and I ask for change my data to Scopus and wait about 1 week later to change my name. And you can search for the name of the researcher in Scopus by use the ORCID ID. That why the ORCID ID is very important for you because the ORCID ID identify you as who is you as the researcher. Sometimes the name and the same name of the researcher is the same. And ORCID ID will identify yourself by the ORCID ID number, also by the field of the study. And you can see your profile of the Scopus in with the name of the author, with the name of the affiliate. When you change the affiliate, you have to ask Scopus to change your affiliate, and you can use the new university email and show the country of your research area. And another website or link is the website of the journal, and it will show for editorial board, and it will show sometimes show for the reviewer. And it's very important you apply to Scopus. Scopus could not apply. When you have the paper in the database of Scopus, it will show automatically. But ORCID ID and Google Scholar, you can apply by yourself. Use the university email to apply for ORCID ID and Google Scholar. You can click the link of this website to see the journal link. And thank you for attention about the platform in the digital era for the researcher communities. And thank you again. I will say that the research you could not do by only one. Research is mean that collaboration is could enhance the research by enhance the research collaboration. Also, this webinar or conference is very crucial for the educators, very crucial for sharing the new knowledge to the researcher, sharing the idea or theories, the new innovation to the researcher, to the professor, to the student. Thank you again for inviting to me as a as a speaker. Thank you.
Well, thank you, sir, for your amazing explanation, your amazing material this afternoon. Well, just now, Dr. Aki has explained for us about social networking platforms, sustainable research communities in the digital era. Now I will invite maybe some participants to give question.
Sure. Please.
Offline or online. Anybody? No one? Well, if there is no question, I would like to give question, sir. Could I?
Sure. Thank you. Please.
Well, I just want to know how important the social networking platform to research communities for you.
Okay. The first research community very important and induced me to be a speaker, induced to me to be editorial board or the review of the journal is ResearchGate and Google Scholar. Thank you, Dr. Nina, Dr. May, from Philippines, from Indonesia, that introduced me to be a reviewer, to be enjoy the conference. And at first, I be the speaker, and I give the my idea for the PhD student in the research, and thank you. It's very wonderful to collaboration in research. And on behalf of the university in Thailand, Bangkok University, also the Manipur Global Next University in Malaysia, I'm very proud of my university, and I could join for the collaboration in the conference. I think it's the CSR. Very, very wonderful to join. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you.
Sir, thank you for explanation again for your answer. Next, we would like to invite the next speaker, Dr. Engineering Nayara Radwan, to be the next speaker. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hello.
Thank you. Yes, dear. I'm here.
Assalamualaikum, my dear professor.
Assalamualaikum. How are you, Prof?
Alhamdulillah.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum. Before I would like to introduce the profile of Associate Professor Dr. Engineering Nayara Radwan. She has received her MSc or Master of Science degree in utilization of computer-aided expert system for power transmission shaft design from Faculty of Engineering, Mansoura University, Egypt. And also, she also got PhD degree in CAD of electrochemical honing, measuring and statistical modeling for selection of parameters influencing electrochemical honing process. And she got engineering diploma from the Technical University of Sofia, Bulgaria. And she has experience in accreditation requirements for many types of accreditation. She also has been worked as a quality assurance officer for master program, academic and executive in King Abdul Aziz University from 2017 until 2019. She is the quality assurance officer for the PhD program from 2019 until now. Well, now I would like to invite Dr. Nayara Radwan to present Digital Transformation, the Business World of Tomorrow. Time's yours, Miss.
Thank you so much for the nice presentation. First of all, greetings from Saudi Arabia. Actually now it's 11:30 in the morning. So good morning, good afternoon from Saudi Arabia. From Saudi Arabia and Egypt. I'm Egyptian. Actually, I'm a social professor in the Faculty of Engineering in Suez Canal University in Egypt. I'm also a social professor and the quality assurance officer for the PhD program in King Abdulaziz University in Saudi Arabia. I'm so happy to be with you today in your prestigious conference. First, I would like to thank all the organizing members for the organization. Special thanks to my dear friends and my dear professors Professor Mutmainna and Professor Andy Asrifan. All appreciation to the International Office Department in Bosowa University in Indonesia. Today, my session would be focused about one of the most important topics for all of us, which is digital transformation. So please let me go with you in a journey about digital transformation, the business world of tomorrow. I think you can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Thank you. First of all, what is the meaning of digital transformation? Actually, digital transformation marks a radical rethinking of how an organization uses technology. It's not about only technology, how to use technology, people, and processes. This is to fundamentally change business performance. So digital transformation is not only related to only technology, it is related to these three terms: technology, people, and processes. And the main target is business performance. So in this stage, we should understand that data is the key driver for successful digital transformation. Data about everything in the organization. Leading organizations in every industry are exercising data and analytics, use analytics as competitive weapon. The most important challenge to transform any organization to digital transformation is the culture. Culture is the biggest challenge for any transformation to be successful. What I mean about culture, to change the culture of people. This is very important. And top management exert a lot of effort to change this culture in their organization. We have 5 stages of digital transformation to transform digital transformation, or to change the mind of people and the culture of people in any organization. We start by denial. Everyone said, why don't we don't need to change? This is how they are thinking. They don't want to change. They don't want to make a lot of efforts and things like that. Then they feel anger. They told themselves, why is everything changing? Then they will go to the third steps, which is what is the minimum we have to change. After that, when start in working to transform to digital transformation, they felt depression. They said, we will never belong to change. After that, they will reach to acceptance level. So we have to understand that the journey to digital transformation is not easy. Actually, we have 3 confusing terms here: digitization, digitalization, and digital transformation. Let us understand these 3 terms. For digitization, digitized information is the process of converting information into a digital format, which means computer readable. It means converting information from documents or physical form to digital form. As we see in the figure, digitization contains of 2-step: digitized information, which is converting data into digital form, as well as organized information, which means rearrange these forms according to the organization needs. So digitization is concerned with data. Then for the second term, which is digitalization. As we see in the figure, It contains also of two-step automate processes and streamline processes. Automate processes is the use of digital technologies and information to change a business model and to provide new revenue and value producing opportunities. It is the process of moving to a digital business or to transform individual institutional operations. Streamline processes means to arrange and integrate these processes according to the organization needs. This is about digitalization. For digital transformation, which is the third K, it concerns with converting all the business components. It is a series of deep and coordinated culture, workforce, technology shifts that enable new educational and operating models and transform an institution's operations, strategic directions, and value proposition. So to apply digital transformation, we have to follow these steps: converting data, process adaptation, then create business value. Let us see an example for applying digital transformation in any business organization. As we said, we have to follow these 3 steps. Number 1, digitization. Number 2, digitalization. And number 3 is digital transformation. Step number 1, what we have to do is converting and assist from a physical to a digital format. It could be done by scanning papers, documents, and saving them as a digital documents in PDF files, converting videos from VHS to a digital format and uploading them to a hard drive, also by using an OCR software to enter physical records into digital databases. This is the first stage. Then we have to go to the second stage, which is digitalization. Here we have to leveraging the digitalized information and using it to optimize business operations and improve efficiency of processes. It could be done by uploading a PDF to the cloud drive and sharing it with relevant teams to allow them to use the data in their daily work. Also by converting a spreadsheet file saved on a single computer's hard drive to a cloud format that can be used simultaneously by many users. Also by uploading videos files from a hard drive to the company's video streamline service. So we, by these steps, we can make digitalization. So we have to go to the third and final stage, which is digital transformation, which means doing things in a new digital way. It could be done by use the data in the shared file to power applications by analyze the data and drive results. Also by the spreadsheets file stored customer insights, we could use them in application to improve offering and to create better customer experiences. So this is the three stages which we can apply easily the digital transformation in any business organization. So we can understand that digital transformation is not only about technology. Digital transformation is not only about moving to the cloud or creating a social media page or buying or changing technology or even implementing new solutions. Digital transformation is the strategic use of the technologies and the information. The use of technologies and information to drive innovation, to transform business culture, to unlock the value of data, to improve operational efficiency, to deliver engaging customer experiences, and also to become more profitable. As we see in this screen, how digital transformation impacts business. Actually, digital transformation impacts business in 3 main areas. in customer experience, in operational processes, and in business model. Let us have a brief description for each case. For customer experience, customers are the most important stakeholder for any organization. Digital transformation helps business provide excellent customer experience and serve them in the best possible way. Now, there are several ways in which customer experience can be included in the digital transformation roadmap. Customer experience also benefits from the digitalization of data. Excellent customer experience implies a fast response rate for customer queries, which digital transformation helps facilitate through connecting the customer data across the organization in one source. As the number of challenges of customer interaction grows, business need to maintain across all channels. A properly used digital channel helps both the company and the customer. Customers don't have to scroll through thousands of products over and over again. Thanks to personalization, companies can allow or can upsell more relevant products to customers, which results in more sales and better business performance. This is about customer experience. For operational processes, apart from the transformation of customer experience, business can benefit from process digitalization. Through the digital transformation of internal operations will not bring visible increase in profit right away. In the long term, it opens many benefits for business. Digital transformation is all about efficiency. For a business operations, it often means automation of transactional supply chain and human resource processes. For business, taking the digital transformation strategy further, the areas of improvement include increased collaboration among employees of different level and improved performance management. In manufacturing, for example, where many processes can be or already automated, digital transformation can improve quality control. For parts manufacture, digital transformation means a more efficient product development. Cycles as comparison and checks are now performed digitally. Digitizing the product development cycle are allowed for higher flexibility and the speed of design change. And about business model, the third term, which is business model. We see this concept implemented every day in our life, from big brands to small physical stores. The pandemic effects have shown how digital transformation impacts business performance. Business with a functioning digital transformation framework could continue their operations and enable employees to work from anywhere in the world. For retailers have a digital presence, sales losses weren't as significant as for the physical store that had to close completely. The digital transformation of the business model implies constant innovation of products and services to meet the ever-growing customer expectations. Being digital means being agile. Changes to products, roadmaps, or ideas can happen faster and allow for data-driven decision-making. This is how digital transformation impacts business. In this stage, in this figure, we can see the 5 stages for successful digital transformation. The first stage is foundation. It means automate internal processes by using different softwares. This is the first stage. For the second stage, which is siloed or departmental programs. Here in this stage, changes are limited to single business units. So we will go to the third stage, which is partially synchronized. Here, in this stage, various departments or internal processes are being run in an interconnected manner. For digital transformation to spread to all departments across, organizational strategy needs to be implemented to dictate the guidelines all business units need to follow. Then we have to go to the fourth stage, which is fully synchronized. Here, digital transformation is in the company bloodstream and all department, but the digital transformation is not entirely done yet. It will be entire completely in the fifth stage. Here we have sustainable living culture of constant digital reinvention of the backbone of the business model. So each stage have to take its time. We cannot reach the final stage before going for the previous 4 stages. So it seems that applying digital transformation it is not easy job. So we have to understand why we have to transform to digital transformation, why companies have to take the risk and make a lot of effort to transform to digital transformation. So we have to understand the benefits of applying digital transformation in any organization. Actually, there are many benefits as we see in the figure. Let us introduce some of them. For example, one of the benefits of digital transformation that it increases productivity while reducing labor costs. Using technology to work more efficiently is one of the most important ways to transform the business. For example, for enterprise, the time and money they spend training new employees and updating digital resources can quickly get out of hand. With the proper tools, you can keep costs down and productivity up. Another benefit is improving the customer experience. Transformation are the driving force beyond improved customer experiences through multiple touch points, as mobile apps, social media, emails, and so on. Another important benefit, which makes the company more competitive in its industry. The competitors are looking into digital transformation regardless of whether or not what you are. Choosing not to embrace digital transformation is essentially deciding that you don't mind being left behind. So this is some of the benefits of applying digital transformation in any organization. As we see in this screen, it presents or showing us how to achieve successful digital transformation. It could be done by these 5 points. Number 1, concerning about roadmap. By other words, by creating your vision. Here we have to focus on experience, long-term goals, and short-term objectives. Second term is analyzing. It means that market analyzing. We have in this stage, we have to understand market dynamics and change trends to create a relevant strategy. Number 3, about people. It's about the experience of people. Feel the experience that you wish to offer to your customer. Number 4, it's concerned with process, self-assessment. By other words, we have to assess infrastructure, software, apps, and more, identifying gaps. And finally, about technology. By another word, the infrastructure, people infrastructure for future through expertise. Actually, we have 6 reasons for digital transformation project failure, which are: number 1, alignment defect. The main question here is the top and middle management on the same page about the goals and value proposition of the business? If they are not, this will be a strong problem. of for applying digital transformation. When there is a misalignment between people, problems such as what are the priorities and how to measure progress may arise. Organizations should secure consensus among senior leaders regarding digital transformation goals. This is the first reason. The second one is infrastructure defect. Digital transformation is a data-driven strategy, and data should be able to flow across all systems, enterprise applications, and digital apps. If applications in the organization's technology infrastructure are not fully integrated with each other, this can lead to digital transformation problems. The third reason is skills defect. Digital transformation is a dynamic process, and organizations continuously expect employees to innovate with digital technologies and platforms. However, the gap between employees' capabilities and implemented technologies requirements may cause a problem. For any business. Organizations have two choices to overcome this challenge. They either bring in new talent or develop existing talent. The fourth reason is partnership defect. When an organization experiences a technology defect about a specific topic, it could acquire or partner with startups that provide specific technology. Number 5, measurement defect. You are implementing new technologies and collecting data from these machines and softwares. The question here, are you measuring the results? If so, how you measure it? Organizations should measure the results of digital transformation investment to see the things they did right and learn from their failed investments. And finally, culture defect, as we speak in the beginning of the session. Organizational culture is an important enabler for digital transformation because it enhances the understanding of digital threats and opportunities. So this is the task of the top management to change the culture and the people thinking about digital transformation. Now, the 5 transformation disciplines of a successful digital transformation. According to the scientist report, they found that these 5 reasons are: number 1, make decision. Transformation starts with data, and the companies need to capture customer data and leverage it to make smarter decisions. Number 2, engage customers. Re-image your business to be customer-centric. This is important to focus about your customer. Number 3, engage employees. Break down silos, empower employees with the right tools, and enable collaboration around a single source of trust. The workforce need to have right skills to tackle new challenge, and providing access to learning and development platforms will help prepare them for transformation. Number 4, become digital first. In the near future, every company, every institution will be digital, will transform to digital transformation. Business need to shift from IT departments to enterprise platforms that can observe the latest technology. And finally, serve society. Salesforce believes that business is a powerful platform for change. Having strong leadership, measurements, and reporting in place is important. Support your employee by providing them with programs that empower them to act. Now let us see a roadmap to digital transformation strategy. Any organization want to transform to digital transformation have to follow this roadmap. It consists about 5 stages as we see here. Step number 1 is establishing your goals and direction. you have, as an organization, have to ask these questions. What is our end goal? What we are trying to achieve? Digital transformation go beyond having an internal IT. Digital transformation can give you an opportunity to revise your overall business process and allow you to gain an advantages against competitive market instead of just updating one part of your business. In this step, you need to establish your vision and the objective of your transformation. This will allow you to determine the next step of your digital strategy and help you screen the results to define your KPIs so you can measure the effectiveness of your strategy once implemented. Step number 2, access the current market. Your digital transformation strategy should be customer-centric, as we said before. Keep in mind that customers look for something different or something more personalized for them. Technology development is becoming more aggressive, and changes in different industries are more noticeable. Analyzing the current market trends will help you create a more relevant strategy. Be mindful of the gaps you can bridge to improve customer experience. Step number 3, prepare for culture change. Get everyone in your company on board with the idea of digital transformation. One of the key contributors to a successful transformation is company culture. Culture change is a roadblock that your business needs to overcome. Ensure that everyone understands the reason beyond the change and must be open to it. Again and again, it's the responsibility of the top management. Step number 4, building your execution team. By another word, who will you choose to execute your plan? Who will be responsible for it? The person or team who will lead the implementation should help employees feel secure in times of change. This can be your chief digital officer or chief information officer or even an external team. Step number 5, investing in the right technology. In this step, we need to assess our current infrastructure and adjust it according to the changes. Various solutions can assist you with your digital transformation, but it requires a lot of decision making. You need to take time choosing the right technology that best suits your plan to avoid wasting time and money. And finally, step number 6, which is measure and adjust. Once you have implemented your plan, it's time to look at the result. Remember that the digital transformation process doesn't have an end. Take a step back, analyze the metrics, and monitor the impact before adjusting if it is necessary. Change is proven. It is necessary to update your strategy based on current market trends and conditions. This is the roadmap to apply digital transformation strategy in any organization. This is an example for digital transformation framework. Yeah?
Because time is up for you to present your material.
Okay, dear. Okay, just 1 minute. Okay?
Closing your presentation.
Okay, just 1 minute, please. Okay. Okay, this is example for digital transformation framework. What we mean by digital transformation framework is the blueprint for how an organization moves through a period of significant change because of the current evolving business condition. So this is an example. Finally, we have to calculate return of investment to measure the investment of digital transformation. It could be done by these 5 steps, which is decide on digital transformation goals. Step number 2, review the cost structure of the business. Step number 3, use a variety of metrics to measure the feedback. Step number 4, establish timeline for measure return of investment. And finally, continuously measure return of investment to adjust the strategy accordingly. Thank you all for your attention. Thank you all.
Well, thank you very much for Dr. Engineering Naya Radwan. Well, we come to conclusion from the presentation of her. Digital transformation marks a radical rethinking of how an organization uses technology, people, and process by fundamental change business performance, and how digital transformation impact business by customer experience, operation process, and business model. So maybe some of us have a question from online or offline. From offline first, is there any question? Okay, I saw in chat box, maybe Dr. Narayan can see. There are one question from Ashira Funisa. She asks that, what are the challenges to apply digital transformation in underdeveloped area, especially people or society who are left behind in technology? And the second is how to develop technology in rural areas. That's all. Two questions from Ashira Funisa. Time's yours, ma'am.
Okay, thank you for the questions. Your question contains two parts. Number one, what are the challenges to apply digital transformation in underdeveloped area, especially people or society? Actually, the most challenge in applying digital transformation, as I confirmed in my presentation, is people. How to change the culture. You find resistance for people when you are applying digital transformation. All people, most of people don't like to change. They ask themselves, as I present in the slide, they are asking themselves why to change. So this is the responsibility of top management. This is the responsibility to present again and again to them the importance of applying digital transformation. After few years, all companies or institutions or universities have to apply digital transformation. In my university, they start to apply digital transformation. So this is the important issue or the important responsibility for the management to reach this point of view to the people. They have first to understand the importance of applying digital transformation and its benefits, so they can understand. And after that, they will accept and begin the journey of applying digital transformation. Another challenge actually is the sometimes the company don't have the sources. They don't have sources to apply digital transformation. This is another challenge. Some companies have good ideas of applying digital transformation, but actually they don't have enough resources to apply it. This is another important challenge. The second part of your question is about how to develop technology in rural areas. Actually, developing technology, it's not easy. It's not easy job to do. Developing technology done by countries which have resources, have money. So by developing technology in rural areas, I think it's a hard question. I can't suggest points to develop technology in rural areas, because rural areas don't have enough resources. This is a big challenge for every country, to make development in technology and in any area. You have to get good resources, right? So it's big challenge actually. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much for the answer. I can say that we need to get resources to apply this digital technology and digital transformation. I think that's all, ma'am.
Yeah, yes, you are right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, there is no question and answer? Okay, thank you very much. I think that's all for the second invited speaker, Dr. Engineering Narayan Redwan. Yes, I'm sorry. Thank you very much. Clap hands to give applause to her. Well, I back to Master of Ceremony.
Thank you for all of the keynote speakers and invited speakers to deliver presentations, such nice informed presentations.
Terima kasih kepada Bapak Ibu pembicara dan juga Ibu moderator.
This is the end of Day 1 Hybrid International Conference, the first Multidisciplines Bosowa International Conference, MBIC, with the theme Leveraging Sustainable Digital Economy, Entrepreneurship, and Future Energy System Role on Post-COVID-19 Era. We would like to inform you the international conference will be continued tomorrow. See you tomorrow, and thank you for joining us today.
Demikianlah agenda hari pertama dari Hybrid International Conference, the first Multidisciplines Bosowa International Conference, MBIC, dengan tema Leveraging Sustainable Digital Economy, Entrepreneurship, and Future Energy System Role on Post-COVID-19 Era. Kami juga ingin mengingatkan kepada para peserta offline dan online untuk tetap menghadiri konferensi hari kedua. Sampai berjumpa lagi dan terima kasih. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
See you tomorrow.